Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. Um, what did y'all do to Gina? She was supposed to come up here and hasn't. I mean, she said y'all were being mean and never showed up. I haven't heard anything since. What'd you guys do? You guys being assholes? Hmm. Scared her off with dog pictures in the Discord. Hey, it's some cute dogs, man. Just got back from turkey dinner. Now I want to set up my Square 55 score stand and at a secondhand store. But China cabinet. Right on. Bottom of China cabinet. Oh, we're so mean. We just wanted her to pop up on Griffins, and Joe told her she didn't have aquariums. I guess that's good because
He's a liar. I've been here. I'm here. We're just messing with you. I guess I can go ahead and show the tank that's right in front of me.
Queen bitch or your coral tank.
Huh?
Queen bitch or your coral tank.
Queen, she's right in front of me.
Heck
Let me
yeah.
switch my camera around. She's angry right now. We've been gone all weekend.
Yeah, I bet. She's an asshole like that.
She's mad. She's mad about it. Right. There we go. Tank number 1. Well, actually, it's the newest tank. So it's tank number 3. And this is proof. This is my tank. I'm here.
She
Hi.
is angry. Look at
She's
her.
so mad. She's so mad.
She's so dark right now. Have you gotten her to color change real good for you?
Not really.
Like she'll be like a light gray almost, and then all of a sudden she's like a white and black stripes going across her face and down her body and stuff. It's crazy. You got to
Okay.
really get her going though.
Dum Dum, it's up here. Dum Dum, it's up
You
here.
almost need like a grooming stick.
There we go. She found it. Yeah, I just put some more duckweed in her tank. Right before I left for the weekend.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
already
She
eaten.
really dug out that whole middle part there.
Oh yeah, I've given up. I've given up fixing it because this is just what it goes back to.
Told you.
That over here is probably like 6 or 7 inches deep.
Mm-hmm. And then she'll move
Yeah,
that eventually when she gets tired of it being like that.
right in front of these 2 sponge filters is like bare bottom, like a light dusting of sand. You can see the bottom peeking through.
Mm-hmm. She did that in mine. I think it's pretty cool. I wonder how big their nests are in the wild.
Oh, yeah, probably at least like 3 feet wide.
Well, I'm imagining that circular.
Yeah,
So yeah,
at least 3 feet wide, depending on the size of the fish.
yeah, because she'll get bigger than that still yet. Way bigger than that yet.
Oh, window licker, that sucks. His 29 blew a seal. Everybody's getting leaky tanks lately. Like a lot of people.
Well, that 75 that started leaking on me. I mean, I resealed it like 5 years ago.
Yeah. But I mean, like customers at work and, people in the fish fam, like a lot of tanks are springing leaks right now.
I don't know. Maybe it's just that time of year. Things getting colder.
Maybe. Yeah. All right. So there's that tank. Turn the light back on my shrimp tank. Well, my single shrimp and ram's horn and bladder snail tank. Oh, I don't know if I'll really be able to see it. There's water spots. Hold on. Try to get most of them off. Oopsie. It's so overgrown. I need to prune it back. Like all this is moss, like Java moss. Bunch of like duckweed still. I need to get this lotus out. It is overtaking this tank. Yeah, bunch of ram's horns, bunch of bladders. Oh, there's the one shrimp I have left. There he is. I have one cherry shrimp.
She's just misunderstood. Who's misunderstood?
Queen bitch? No, she's just angry.
Yeah.
She's just angry for no goddamn reason. I feed her. I play with her. She's just angry. She's an angry elf. Yeah, you can't hardly even see the wood that I got at the Triple Crown back behind all this moss.
Looks like everything's growing good though.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm pulling duckweed out, like a handful of duckweed like once a week to put in Queen's tank. All right,
Nice.
let me go grab my filters and I'll show you the reef. Even though if y'all seen my video, you would have already seen. Well, actually, no, I lied. That footage in the video was from like 3 months ago, so the tank actually looks different now. Where are my filters? Oh, they're on the table.
Fishy on, Melissa F, Mark Darrelson, Bunny, Only Oscars, Griffin, Mark, Window Liquor, ETF, and Ginger.
Zenny. Gina lies? I didn't lie. I didn't say anything.
If someone came in and rearranged my house, I would be pissed as well. Oh yeah, definitely.
I didn't rearrange anything. I haven't changed her sand in like ever since that one time I did it on stream. I haven't touched it since. I just leave it alone. I think I did this right. All right, where's my camera? There it is. I have to take my hold on. Take my case off. Filter gets as close to the camera as it can be.
Bunny said it was a question.
Oh. Oh, I need to turn my whites on. Hold on. Well, no, I can show it with the blues. It's prettier with the blues anyway. There she is. There's my reef.
Yeah.
My fucking Pandora zoas are going nuts.
Good.
Yeah, I really need to. Yeah, you can see them all behind that candy cane and going up the reef. I really need to frag those. What sucks is that they're going nuts at work too. Like we don't need more at work. My Digitata's doing great. My freaking Slimer now has 3 points. I'm so excited.
Heck yeah.
You can see it better
Getting there.
there. You can kind of see. Yeah, 3
Getting
points.
there.
My freaking oh my god, Miyagi Tort there in the back is doing awesome. He's about ready to start fragging up. Yeah, that's the Zoroark that I auctioned that Danny bought, so it's growing out. Those Pandoras were only like 2 heads in the back. Now it's like 5 or 6. But yeah, it's growing out. My Duncan, oh my god, there's like 4 or 5 little baby heads around the base of the main head. I'm so excited.
What a little teeny thing.
I know, it was a single head, but
Oh, it's fine. Just wait. Let it go long enough and it'll get something like I have.
oh, I know. Here's my magician.
Seriously, just don't touch it.
Oh, I'm not. Freaking I forgot what these are called. And then my Bam Bams, Florida Recordia mushroom. Oh, my freaking meteor shower cyphestria. I'm waiting for it to encrust to keep encrusting down so I can put like a tile at the base of the rock so it'll encrust on that so I can start fragging it.
I lost my meteor shower, so I can't
I
wait.
know. That's why I'm
Fragging
hoping to
that.
start fragging it eventually so I can
Oh,
send
it's
you more.
already technically big enough at this point. If you
I don't
look
want
at
to
it.
cut my rock though. I want it to encrust down to the bottom so I can just easily put a tile down there and it can encrust that.
Well, there you go. You can also lean pieces of tile up against that rock, and it should.
Oh, that's a good point. Maybe I'll do that.
And then you can also take a knife or a scalpel and pop off heads of it.
That's true. And then I have
Just
mushy.
one or two at a time, and then grow those out.
My eagle eye zoas are doing really good now that I've glued them there. I don't know why, but on my zoa, this is my like original zoa garden. No zoas like this side of the rock. It's right where the flow hits, so nothing grows there. And another green slimer. It's actually the plug that my original green slimer was on, but when I went to pop the main stick off, a little tiny bit of it was left behind. So I was like, I'll just keep it in there, see what happens. And it just encrusted, and now it's finally starting to branch right there.
Thank you. Meteor shower is pretty hard. What did you do to piss it off? Well, my anemone decided to go for a ride in my power head.
Oh, is that what happened? I thought your power head just kicked rocks.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had 2 bouts of it. Lost it the first time and the second time. But yeah, that killed everything when the outlet caught fire too. Everything got shut off, and I had no idea.
I think I have diatoms in my freaking torch coral. I'll get a baster and mess with that later.
Yeah.
And
First time I lost all my meteor shower, I had an enemy take a ride in a power fan or power head.
My green star polyps, which are growing sideways, which is really kind of weird.
It's kind of really cool if it continues growing on the glass like that.
Oh yeah, that's the intention. I had the coraline building up in the glass. I'm like, you know what? Let's
The
just have green star polyps on the whole back
wall.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Beautiful.
Finger leather that's already put to bed. Oh, I have a Oh my god, why do I keep forgetting what that's called? It's not a sun coral. It's related to sun corals. Fuck. Dendro. I have a dendro down there, and he's hungry. All of his tentacles are out. They're a coral that you have to feed. They're not photosynthetic at all. In fact, they close up during the day and they only come out at night. So yeah.
Mike's asking what the gold coral is.
That one?
Yeah, I think so.
That one? That's a Florida Ricordea mushroom. That's been there for like ever and is not growing. And then this is some favias. I don't know the name, but they're just some favias or favites.
Is that rhodotolescens or some shit like that?
I don't freaking know. It was one of those buy 5 frags, get 2 free, and so I just was pointing at shit. I have a really nice leather back here, but it's not. Whoopsie. My light kind of sucks, but let me turn my whites on really quick.
Oh yeah, they do, Mike.
You can kind of see it better.
Mike says shrooms don't count as corals.
Yeah, they do. So that's blues with some whites. Oh yeah, I didn't show off my candy canes. Turn it back down to the blue. So that one's the kryptonite, is this one, and then the regular blue, which fell over. I need to glue it back upright. A little baby candy cane for Danny, and then a little green polyp toadstool right next to it. There's a little Kenya tree right there. That's for Danny. But yeah.
The green stick is the green slimer.
Yeah, green slimer. Can't really see it, but right on top of this is a pink bird's nest also.
Cool.
And then whatever the hell this is. I don't remember what this is. It's some kind of like acro. I don't know.
I can't see it clearly enough to get an idea. The
Yeah.
right, the one on the right.
Yeah, on the far right.
Yeah, I can't tell from here.
Oh gosh, that one. I don't know, some kind of acro. Freaking Digitata's doing amazing. He's encrusting and now starting to branch out from the encrusting.
Oh yeah, Digitata's fun.
That's a good one. That's one that I'm gonna frag off and send to Ian as one of his first stonies because I've never had a problem with this Digitata and the green slime. I was thinking about actually sending him with this frag.
That'd be cool.
But yeah. And then my clowns that host my Pandora Zoas. And they don't care.
Zen said, Mike, I need you, Gina, Brennan, Priscilla, and Anthony all to do a live stream so I can ask all my questions at once.
So I think not tomorrow, but next Monday, Fishy Biz is hosting like a ladies' night, and I know Queen of Reef is gonna be up there with me as the two salty representatives.
Cool.
So yeah. But yeah. See, I have fish tanks. I think oh wait, hold on.
Now show us the fish. Oh, hi.
There's Marco. Marco's right next to the fish tank.
Marco ain't ever up.
Oh no, well that's where she is until I go to bed. Oopsie. There we go. Oh, the fish? Oh, I really gotta turn the lights on for that. Okay. Yep, so there's my two clowns, my two maroons. The bigger one's the female, and she's angry. She already wants to attack me. One behind them is a splendid dotty back that you can't really see because he's in the arch. That's a 6-line wrath back there that you can't really see. That's the blue Springer Eye Damsel. He's jerk number 2. There's the splendid dotty back. And it's gone. Okay. The fire shrimp is down here, but you can't really see. Oh, I guess you can.
You can see him a little bit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a green conure.
Oh, there's a hermit crab. There's a scarlet reef. He's so freaking cute. Oh my god. Look at you. Anyway, splendid dotty back again. Now you can actually see him. The hippo tang is in the rock. Can't see it. It's in bed. I think that's pretty much all the fish I have right now. There's the 6-line. Jerk number 1. I come back here. That's it. You can see the tail of the hippo tang.
Fucking maroon.
Yeah, the one that's hosting the clam.
Son of a bitch.
Did you guys watch the frag off from Shella? Screw gluing down the Manila Spy. That was like trying to glue down fragile toothpicks. I did not. I did not see it.
I am not either.
I haven't watched is Marco oh, you already answered that. No, she's a blue crown conure.
Blue crown. I thought she was a green. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Blue crown. I mean she's mostly green. I haven't watched anything from Aquashella because my sister's wedding took up like all my time all weekend. I was pretty surprised if it wasn't a Eclectus because they aren't very common. Yeah, I'd say it's an uncommon bird to keep. And most people will get a female Eclectus, not a male, because the females are that bright red and purple. Yeah, Bunny said the same thing. It's funny is that scientists actually only discovered that the males and the females were the same species, like only like in the last like 20 years, I think.
Uh,
I could have
that's
that
funny.
timeline wrong. Yeah, they thought it was two different species of parrot until they saw two of them going to the same because they didn't know much about how they bred and stuff, so they were observing them and saw a green one go into a nesting hole and then saw a red one go into a nesting hole and they're like, "Oh, it's the
Right.
same." Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
For my next bird, I want some golden pheasants.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
They are gorgeous.
All right, put my timer back correct.
And they do really well in my area.
All right, gotta put my filters away. But yeah, see, I have tanks. I'm allowed to be here.
Yeah, Bunny, I used to raise pheasants by the thousands when I worked on a hunting reservation. I always thought the golds were so damn pretty. There's other species like the ringnecks and stuff like that that can get really pretty too, but those goldens blew my mind, especially when you get up close and look at them real close.
Okay. But yeah, that perch is where Marco is at when her door is open. And then when I start turning off lights, that's her cue to climb back in the cage and then she goes to bed.
Goofy ass bird.
No.
Yeah.
She's a bitch. She's my bitch though. Settings, camera, front facing.
Tell you what, though, I do really want an owl.
Need a raptor license for that.
Oh yeah.
My best friend works at the World Bird Sanctuary, so if I ever feel the need to go see an owl, I'm not allowed to pet them still, but she can at least like get one out and close to me. I'm like, that's good enough.
There's a rescue over in Kesta, which is like 15 minutes away, that I'm able to go to and hang out with all the owls and stuff that they got. Got
Hello,
falcons and they've got an eagle and stuff. The eagle they have is missing most of its lower jaw, so it
Oh,
can't really be released back into the wild.
yeah. They have two emus, and got it last time I went to visit her. She let me into the pen, and I got to play with the emus.
Emus are fucking dickheads.
Yep, they sure are.
So are ostriches. I fucking hate ostriches. I get hit by another fucking ostrich beak, I'm gonna deck the son of a bitch.
That's funny.
Sons of bitches.
I'd love to see it. If you do, you need to video it. I must watch.
That's horrible. I wouldn't videotape that.
You're just afraid that you get videotaped being beat up by a bird.
No, I'm afraid of somebody only catching the last half of me punching that bird back.
Emu eggs are really, really pretty. They're dark green and speckled. Oh, they're so pretty. Cockatoos are very destructive. Yeah, I've heard in Australia they've tried laying down like spike strips. Kind of like in America how they add like architecture to flat spaces so homeless people can't sleep on them in cities. Um anyway, they tried doing that with like cockatoos. Like there's like these long spike strips that they would add to like gutters and other flat surfaces like up on buildings, and the cockatoos rip them off. Like there's like, nope, if I fits, I sits. Fun fact, Daddy Emu sits on the clutches of several females. Oh, I did not know that.
Emus are a bunch of whore birds. What the fuck?
Most animals are whores. Matt's here.
Matt, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing good.
Did you ever email Matt about you changing your streaming schedule?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, the topic for the night, we're just going to kind of discuss misconceptions and hoaxes and stuff in saltwater area of fish keeping.
Yes.
Nothing too crazy here tonight. I got a lot going on. I'm tired. So I got a lot to do tomorrow. So trying to keep it easy tonight.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things that I see that there are misconceptions of is saltwater is outrageously more expensive than freshwater. But really, it's not. $20 bag of live sand, $30 a live rock, a random ass fish tank, and a sponge filter, and you got yourself a saltwater tank. Not very expensive. It's enough to get you going. Now, what most people over time, adding more corals, adding more fish, upgrading certain pieces of equipment, adding new pieces of equipment, cumulatively over time, that tank is going to be worth more than what a freshwater tank would be. Yeah. But you don't have to spend all that at once. But yeah, that's one of my biggest, drives me nuts when all these people are completely against even trying saltwater because they think it's drastically more expensive, yet they have $600, $700, $800, $900 freshwater planet tanks sitting there. You know what I mean? So I try to preach about it when I can.
Yep. And also, it doesn't help that a lot of the fish that are really popularized are the big fish. So people think that they have to get a big tank to do saltwater. You don't. It is a little bit more work getting a small tank. But I think a 20-gallon is a good first time nano tank for somebody
Perfect
getting.
size.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't evaporate too quickly. And you can still fit about 10 nano fish in there. True nano fish.
Or
Yeah.
a bunch of different kinds of corals and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But I have lazy weeks and don't need a tank that can nuke itself. So, I use just the Petco auto feeder. Like, you don't need fancy equipment, especially for a nano tank. Nano tanks don't need, like, a 20-gallon doesn't need a protein skimmer. Just as long as you're not overfeeding, and that's kind of why I got an auto feeder, is to make sure the feeding is consistent every time.
Planet tanks generally make a little bit more money. Salty tanks depends on what you have in those tanks, because there's some stuff like macros and other stuff like that that reproduce very quickly and are worth good money and people would kill for.
Yep.
So it really depends on what you got in that tank and what you're trying to achieve there. But like, just to start up a tank to keep for yourself, not even to make any money off of, it's not really all that expensive. But being able to sell that and focusing on stuff that does sell quick and make decent money. Would just certainly help in the long run with the cost of everything.
Yeah, zoanthids have always been
Oh
popular.
yeah,
So
oh
you
yeah.
invest in some good colored ones, and I'm not talking about like the $200 frags. Like you don't have to go buck wild, but there are some decent colored, cheaper corals, and they're so prolific. You could easily make your money back selling those. Yeah, Kenny says I've made thousands in a weekend off my saltwater tanks. Yep.
Yeah, need and want are two different things. Yeah, exactly. I ran a 15-gallon Nano with an Aqua Clear 70 hang on the back and a light and a heater. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep. Yep. I think a peppermint shrimp would
Shoot,
be a
if
good thing to breed in saltwater mollies for food or cuttlefish. Um,
I've never tried to breed saltwater shrimp, so I couldn't tell you.
yeah, I don't know much about breeding the shrimp, but peppermint shrimp, um, it depends on what you want out of them. Are you wanting them as like your scavengers? Because that's what they'll do. Peppermint shrimp are more of scavengers, like part of the cleanup crew. If you're wanting them to take care of the fish, you would need like cleaner shrimp or fire shrimp.
He's talking about feeders.
Oh, okay. I mean, you can, yeah, I would look into it. I think our peppermint shrimp come from a vendor who, from Florida, who actually catches them. I think they're wild caught. I don't think she breeds them.
Yeah. See, and it's the other way around with me, Mike, because like I make less money off my freshwater tanks than I do my saltwater. Like I have one customer that has a bunch of red dragon macro and refugium. When I tell you people want it, they fucking want it. I can
It's no,
sell
yeah.
what is it, like an 8-ounce container full of it for $70.
We sell it at work. We sell probably like a golf ball size for 25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that particularly, if you have it growing in a refugium with light constantly like
Yeah.
that those 2 or 3 jars or golf ball sized pieces you just pulled off to sell will be grown back within a few days.
Yep.
Days. So that's what I was kind of meaning by focusing on certain things when it comes to the saltwater side that do sell like that.
Yep.
Um, I have 2 people that buy every bit of it every week when I go to trim the stuff back. And it's I have a few other like she was saying zoas and stuff like that. Whenever I go to pull zoas or anything like that, they sell like hotcakes. What I have harder time selling is frags.
Yep.
Um, a lot of your stony corals, anemones, stuff like that is what I have a harder time selling.
Because people are
Comes
afraid.
to that.
There's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
stigma behind them being sensitive or hard to maintain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um, and then on the other side of that, like ABC is saying, if you have a bunch of super high end corals and stuff, and you know the right people, I mean, you can pop a dime sized piece of coral off one of these guys and sell it for $500.
Yeah, don't look online if you're not wanting to spend a lot. Find a frag swap.
Yeah, they're all
That's the
over the place.
that's the place to get frags from. Especially if you're looking for like the higher end stuff. Um, just like in freshwater, check out the hobbyists. Yep, yep.
Um, do you have one for us?
Macros? Yeah, I can go pull
No,
some out.
I mean, I was talking about like a misconception or something like
Oh,
that.
Probably. Did I think of any before we started the stream? No, sure didn't. Oh gosh. I have a lot of people that ask how long does it take? And I'm like, you can't really put a time on it. It just depends, just like a freshwater tank. It just depends on how fast that tank catches on. It's all about maintaining
Mhm. Yeah.
once you hit the stability, you're good to go. Some people, I've had somebody who just set up a tank and they're already adding corals because they're after like a month because they knew what they were doing. They actually took dirty media from some of their old tanks and yeah, they had coral in their new tank within a month.
Oh yeah. I've seen some cases like some of my own tanks and stuff. I mean, I started putting softies and stuff 2 weeks in.
Yeah. So would
Didn't
branching
have a problem.
gorgonias be good in a seahorse tank? Would it hurt the seahorses or bad? No, gorgonias are fine. Just make sure, especially since this will be your first tank, make sure that they're the photosynthetic gorgonias. So unfortunately, those are the ones with less color typically. Usually those super bright red ones or the blue ones are usually the non-photosynthetic, which are a little bit more needy.
You have to feed them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's the key. There is not any non-stinging corals will be fine.
I
But
really like seahorsesavvy.com. Um, they have a section of seahorse safe corals, and I just like to use that as a reference. Sponges are great too, branching sponges.
remember when Utter Chaos first hit the market? Oh my god,
Oh my god, yeah, I know.
those dumbasses, man, spending ugh, tens of thousands of dollars on a stupid ass piece of coral when all they had to do is wait a year.
They're
They
still
could pick it up for $15 a piece.
well, I think my store is still selling Utter Chaos for 35 a head.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It used to be thousands of dollars for a piece of fucking Utter Chaos.
Yeah.
When it first came, it was wild. Mexicali. Gorgonians are good for seahorses if they have brown, purple polyps. They're photosynthetic, and white polyps are non-photosynthetic.
Well, no, because the blueberry gorgonia has blue polyps, and that's a non-photosynthetic.
Sure, ask questions first, but everyone in the groups just has bare bottom. It uses like zip tie chains for holds because they're breeding. And while I get it, it's
Oh,
fugly. Yeah.
it's a breeding tank. That's why it's not a show tank. They're just breeding them, just like
Hmm.
people in the freshwater hobby will have bare minimum tanks just for breeding. So same
Yeah,
thing.
that Walt Disney Acro was another really big one there for a while.
God,
So
yes.
was Green Slimer. Green Slimer was huge.
Um, what is it? Alien Invader. It's been around forever, and all of a sudden popularity just shot up, and the price skyrocketed out of nowhere.
Oh yeah.
I think it's a chalice. Alien Invader chalice, I think.
Or what is it? It's like purple jawbreaker mushroom or purple monster
Oh,
jawbreaker.
any jawbreakers. Oh my gosh.
Those
Jawbreaker
things are
mushroom
like 10
is
grand a pop.
expensive.
Colorado sunbursts.
Those are starting to go down because a lot
Really?
they kind of flush the market. Yeah, because they breed like crazy. They split like crazy.
They're so beautiful. I'd love to pick up a piece of it if it was under like $1,000.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty prolific. So the market is starting to get a little bit flooded, so they are starting to go down a little bit. You
Mm,
still have a few people that are trying to hang on to that high price, but
yeah. I did have I had a torch, what was it? It was like $3,000. I had a customer order it, and then he got out of the hobby and gave me everything. It was a $3,000 coral.
Yeah.
It was like cornbread, Holy Grail torch.
Oh, yeah.
Cornbread's Holy Grail.
Yeah.
That was a cool piece. I ended up selling that.
Oh, I hate that they're grafting chalices and montes because one always overtakes the other. It doesn't stay that way. Why would you spend so much on a grafted coral when it's just one's gonna just take over the other? I seen somebody freaking graft together two Fugia plates, two plate coral. I'm like, why? That is
I
the
don't
stupidest thing
understand.
I've ever seen. Now, gardens are another story. If you have like a Euphilia or like a Ghani garden, that's different. That's just two different ones growing next to each other and then they just kind of merge. But to cut a coral, to purposely glue them together and try to sell them as something special, it's not. I don't know.
Got a big old sneeze going on.
Gesundheit. Did it go away? I don't think it did.
It did not. Ow.
USDA's top sirloin coral. Um,
Yeah, pork chop was another big one.
so I will say, you don't, okay, just as a general statement, people think that you have to get like the super expensive lights, for corals. In a broad spectrum, like in a broad statement, not necessarily. Softies don't need a super fancy light. Now, if you want stonies, you do need a better light. Um, but yeah, getting back to like starting with softies and starting to make a profit off your tank with softies, you don't need a fancy light because most softies are low to medium light.
And even then, I've grown corals worth thousands of dollars with just Viper Spectra, which is $150 to $250 light.
And something else to note that you can easily kill a coral with too much light than too or faster than killing a coral with too little of light. So if you do try to invest in a fancy light, don't just turn it to full blast and put it over your tank.
Right.
Yeah. You actually want it dialed back and very slowly raise the wattage.
Um, I remember when, what is it? The cherry bomb acropora. You ever heard of that?
I have not.
See if I can find it here. Oh, cool. Tidal Gardens has it.
Oh, perfect.
Right there. Yep.
Oh, cute.
This is one of my favorites.
Or oh, blue skeleton with red polyps. That is really
Yep.
cute.
If you get them underneath some nice intense light, that dark red you see at the bottom on the polyps will go all the way up to the top, and you can see the nice like sky blue skeleton peeking out in between. It's really pretty stuff.
I really like Tidal Gardens live shows. Each
This
one
is
that oh, the mythos, yeah. Whenever they showcase each coral, it starts out under pure whites, and then after they show each frag for 30 seconds, and they actually go from white light to full blue actinic, so you can see it in both.
Yeah. Some of these guys are just outstanding
Mm-hmm.
in both lights.
Yeah. And then some of them, they show up on the whites and you're like, ooh, but then the blues turn and they just totally wash out. And it's like, And then sometimes the opposite. Something will come up under the whites and you're like, ew. And then the blues come on, you're like, oh, okay, I see it.
This is an awesome package.
Yep.
Electric Lemonade and Acropora Ultra Leptoceras, Forest Green Acropora or Kermit the Frog, and some Forest Fire and Mantipora digitata.
Oh, forest fires. Yep.
But yeah, look at that's a hell of a starter pack for some
That
SPS.
is, and those are all great colors too.
Yeah, I'm thoroughly impressed.
And all of those fluoresce. That must be the Kermit, what do you say, Kermit the Frog?
I
Yeah.
think so. Wait, it might be the. Are you sure? Sure, it's not the Forest Fire, or is this the Forest Fire?
No, the forest fire is the orange one. No, back to the beginning.
Oh, this
That
guy.
that's the
Okay,
forest fire because it's a green skeleton with orange polyps.
this guy is gorgeous.
Is that a Favia?
I don't know. I think it's a digitata.
No. The digitata is the forest fire.
Could this be the Leptoceras?
Oh, yep, that's a lepto. Yep.
Yeah.
They reclassified all the Favias, and leptos were kicked out of the Favia family.
It's hard to keep up with it all. I haven't checked these guys out in a long time. Ooh.
Oh, the anemones. Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Not a pretty price though. Thanks for clearing that up. Yeah, no problem, Bunny. The Superman Danny mentioned last night was pretty cool. Superman what? There's a lot of Superman corals. Is it a Superman mushroom? Superman Zoas. Or Spider-Mans. Gotcha. Yeah, Spider-Man Zoas are pretty cool.
Yeah, there are lots of cool leptos out there.
Mm-hmm. And Tidal Gardens is one of those you're paying for the name. They farm their own corals, so they do have quite a
You're
markup.
not just paying for a name though. You're paying for some badass quality.
No, yeah, but that's what they're kind of like a name brand in the coral world.
Oh yeah.
Along with Top Shelf is another like big one, another like name brand, if you will. But God, they have some cool stuff.
Ooh. That's not a bad price at all for some 24K.
I wonder if that was part of the live show from last weekend. This past Saturday was their live show.
It better be a badass mystery box with fucking $270 price tag.
Oh, and that's just the general mystery box. You can get anything. But I've heard with that you can put in the comments like what you already have and what kind of corals you're looking for, and they will try to, customize it for your tank. Like it's like buying cornbread corals or Jason Fox corals. Yep.
Yeah, Jedi Mind Trick's pretty cool.
I had a feeling you guys were on. Well, yeah, it's Sunday night.
Oh, this is pretty.
Burning bananas, yes, those are so pretty.
Wow. The green flesh underneath.
That was definitely on the live show. I remember seeing it and I was like, oh, I want one so bad.
Wow.
I feel like you
Now,
guys could
dude,
be making shit up. Like,
these are
oh yeah,
$35 a piece, Gina. Those aren't bad at all.
yeah.
These are really, really well priced. City Lights is awesome.
Oh yeah, that's another one I saw. That one, it doesn't look like much under whites, but yeah, when those blues come up, oh, so pretty.
Darth Maul, that used to be really, really, really expensive.
Oh, it's a porite. Yep.
Flick of Flame. What?
Frame sci. Yep.
Sounds like some rapper got a hold of some coral and decided to pay to get his name named after one. I don't know. Never seen Darth Maul pop. All right, yeah, it's cool looking stuff. I used to have a bunch of this German blue.
Mm-hmm.
The golden lepto's nice. There's that grafted Manipora you were talking about.
Oh my god, that green is just gonna be gone in like a couple months.
Grinch porite. I've
Oh,
seen this before.
oh, that hot pink stylo.
Both of them are nice. The stylo, or yeah, the stylo. I can't ever pronounce that. Cornelia, and the stylophora. I like the stylophora better.
Stylophora is the one I was talking about.
Jack o' lantern used to be crazy expensive too.
Yes. It used to be so expensive. I had a massive grafted Monty that was beautiful. Nice. Oh, is that a Jingle Bells Cyphastria?
Yep.
Yeah, sure is. Called it. We had one at work and then I sold it. Now I'm sad.
Lava flow lepto. That looks cool.
Oh, yes.
Looney Tunes.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind doing a lepto Cyphestria tank. Just all leptos and Cyphestrias.
Love Cyphastrias.
Holy shit, that's a wow.
Yeah, the big one, the 50 pack. Yep. Meteor shower. What's that one right below the meteor shower? Oh, Miyagi.
Miyagi Tort.
I have that. Yeah, that one's just super colored up. Mine's not that colored up. That's what I have though.
Monster Jam.
Stephen P.
Hey man, hope you're having fun.
Chalices are aggressive. You have to be careful where you place those in your tank.
Yeah, that and they have some pretty long fucking tendrils.
Yeah. Their
Fighting
sweep
Irish Fabio.
I think their sweepers are like 4 inch can get up to like 4 inches long, can't they?
Yeah. Alien Eye. Dragon Fruit. Damn.
Endophilia, yep. Trachees. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm.
Drakeys get freaking expensive.
Oh gosh, I know. And we have ours marked down in the store pretty much just for us to be able to replace them
Yeah.
because cost
Remember
they got
remember me
them.
talking earlier about the anemone that got sucked into the power head? That was a Indo Gold Torch. Like
Of course
that
it
was a
was.
$600 fucking anemone.
Of course it
It was
was.
shitty. It was shitty.
Yeah, these guys are expensive because they're very slow growing
Yeah.
and very risky to frag.
But as you can see, you got this $445 one. You also got this $45 zoanthid that is almost just as pretty. Nacho cheese chalice. Sunny D.
Monty is natural. Oh, I got you, ABC.
Platty cakes, Platty gyra.
Ooh, I didn't see that on the live show. That is gorgeous.
Used to have some of that. That's all I got for the Weiss wig.
Wissy wig.
Electric lemonade, loose cutting, $30.
Oh,
This
because
is
it's
all
not
their,
on a. Yeah, it's not on a
this
plug.
is all their sale stuff. Feeling lucky? What?
Oh, it's like those are the Zoanthid packs and then SPS packs. Yeah.
That's a good deal for some packy.
Oh, pavonas are cool too, especially the hairy pavonas.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty. We have some green hairy pavona and some regular green pavona at work right now.
Stylo pack, 4-pack.
No inverts, only corals.
Bastards.
There we go.
This is different types of macroalgae. This is codium. Well, this is the only kind they have. It's actually a really cool macro.
If you want to show macros, you can go to Algae Barn. They have a lot. They're expensive, but that's neat. That looks like it would be good for seahorses. I've never seen that in person before, so I don't know much about it.
Kind of looks like a coral in a way if you let it go.
Yeah. Cool, cool.
Yeah.
After getting so used to the sound of that 55 being like half full of water in my living room for so long, it's so quiet now that I've moved it to my fish room. Good job. That always happens to me when the power goes out in my house, and I'm just like, it's so freaking quiet. This is weird.
Right.
Something else to add to the tank, right? Show Kelly too. Something else for Kelly to add to her tank. Kelly wants to start a saltwater tank after they buy a house in the spring. She wants like an all macro algae tank.
Macro tanks are fun. There's so many different types of macros that they can be absolutely gorgeous.
Yep.
Then you put a nice sump underneath with your refugium where you can grow even more macros.
That's where you put your Chaeto, because Chaeto is kind of ugly. You don't usually have Chaeto in your main display.
True, true. Well, we just hit an hour, guys. Probably gonna go ahead and call it here. I have a lot to do. I have to be up early, so sorry to cut it so abruptly, but I didn't realize it had already been an hour. Next stream's Tuesday, 11:30. Well, it's probably gonna be closer to 12. But besides that, not a whole lot I got to say from where I was last night. If you guys missed the stuff that I talked about last night, go check that stream out. Appreciate everybody being here. All of you.
How often do you change the filter sock? When they start overflowing?
It's one way to do it.
Yeah. Or you can be a responsible tank owner and do it like
Right before it starts overflowing.
right before. It just you just have to watch it. Each tank's different. You'll start learning how often you need to change it.
Yep.
Once a week, twice a week, once every 2 weeks. You'll figure it out.
Right. Well, sorry, Bonnie. I started a second job this week and everything else, so yeah. I'm not trying to tire myself out too much here.
All right. Well, I hope everybody has a good night.
Alrighty, guys. See
Bye.
everybody later. If you need me, you know where to get a hold of me.
Same.
Bye, guys.
Bye.